Okay. One moment. You skip forward about 3 minutes if you're watching this pre-recordedly. I need to set up a thumbnail and everything like that. So 1 moment, please. How is season 4? It's pretty good. We will be starting momentarily. I'm still setting up. I'm gonna go for probably 2.5 hours. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm almost done. Can't think of anything else I need to do. And Priscilla's song is over. So that signals me it's time to start. Okay, what's going on, everybody? Today we're doing Hearts of Stone, and as soon as these people get done talking, I will be going inside and talking to them. This capital city is building. I really didn't like either of them, honestly. But I'm playing Witcher now, not Apex.
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia.
Sit with us, Witcher.
Sit with us, Witcher.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin, I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyran and Palmerin de Lanfort. Good to see you both. Been years.
In short, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both
I don't think that's the
fight
best idea.
injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with these marauders, we have a matter we must present to you.
Get rid of these bandits. Worse ones will come in to replace them.
No point fighting bandits. Kill these and others just as bad or possibly worse will come in to fill the void.
To cast a blind eye upon the evil. There is no honor in it.
Can't stay here to protect these folk from the dangers that come their way daily. Saw what I saw. Heard them urge you to leave these raiders alone. Must have good reason to do that.
Do you suggest that should we help, we assume responsibility for their
That is
fate?
exactly
for
what
their
I'm
lives?
saying.
This burden we cannot agree to bear.
Geralt speaks wisely. We know neither this land, nor its peoples, nor its customs. And we have come with another duty altogether.
Ah, how I long to return to Toussaint.
Same.
Soon, my friend.
God, it's been so long.
First, let us convey our missive to Geralt in the manner tradition ordains.
I'm all ears.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious, which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. Answer you now our present summons. Free us from
Yes,
the beast which
I like
floods
the
our
all-star.
streets with blood, and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the Star-Crossed City's most gracious protectress, Her Illustrious Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Anna Henrietta.
Shall you answer her call?
It's Beast. Tell me more.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most
Era qua.
assuredly, though no one has got a good look at it as yet. Our only sure witnesses. Bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
Buff.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract? Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Ha! Then post haste to Toussaint.
Toussaint! To Toussaint! Let's go now. Yay. God, it's so beautiful here. Leave this war-ravaged, plague-riddled land and search for the magical kingdom of Toussaint. Oh, God,
Geralt
I love
had
it.
to face Aradin.
But first, Geralt had to face Aradin, but could only do so with the help of friends. God, I've heard this so much, I just want it to
So
stop.
Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses.
Jesus.
Abelach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide,
I don't know.
He agreed to help defeat the usurper.
No, my dog is not here, unfortunately. He is in my house, though. I wonder if I can pull up the picture I took of him earlier with me. This is not him, but it's her. My other dog.
Toussaint, the land
Toussaint.
Exactly how I remembered it.
1 second. I need to get the screenshot of this.
You will find Beauclair has changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
I really don't want to talk about Apex, man. I'm not streaming Apex, so I don't want to talk about Apex. Thank you for commenting, though. Nothing personal. I just want to focus on The Witcher. Okay, my objective this time is to one-shot this dude. I have to shoot him in the eye. It's a crossbow bolt. Get the fuck out of here, horse. Immediately open the menu. Go to character. Okay. Shit.
For my lady! Theo, watch out! I kill a monster! One for all!
Okay. Ow. Fuck, I want this trophy so bad. David and Goylet. Woohoo!
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
Glad to take the trophy. You did well against the giant.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds. I shall take her then to see her grace.
I have a lot to do before that. And anyway, they asked for a picture of my dog, or to see my dog. I took this picture with my other dog, Ren. I know you really can't see it very well, but this dog is 60, 70 pounds, and she's sitting on my lap like it's nothing. It's adorable. Okay. I do not want to follow Milton. Milton can go suck a knob. I want to instead go all the way down here. All the way to... Actually, no. Fuck it. We'll follow it. We'll follow it. I don't care. It's fine.
Faster. Brave kid, Guillaume.
Farmerin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kid.
Okay, mutations and Grandmaster Witcher gear. In Blood and Wine, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations to unlock new capabilities. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read it and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about these mutations. They say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft Witcher gear of unequaled quality. What's more, you receive special bonuses for wearing all or part of a set of this extraordinary equipment. You will not regret investigating these new options. And they're very, very true. You will not regret that. And just for a moment, let's take in the absolute beauty of Toussaint. Just this is so different than anything we've seen before. It's different in Skellige, Novigrad, and Velen. It's so colorful, it's so beautiful, and oh my god, this is the best part of the game. By far. I am so looking forward to you all sharing it with me.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
Pay attention to the anagram, I think is the word I'm looking for, that
Slower.
This first murder victim is.
They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Anything taken by the current, something in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is
Careful.
I completely forgot about that. Any more? No, we're good. I think. Unless there's one more. Why has it not disappeared? Where is it?
I will find you all! For my name is not Patron!
Smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
Scurvers are basically rot fiends and drowners combined.
Pull these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
And then Toussaint, Tuco Guardsman boots. And here's this linen, wooden spoon. Oh, and handkerchief monogrammed DLC. DLC. I love you, CD Projekt Red.
Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank. Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Found someone's watching us.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Okay, side note real quick. This is why I am so fucking happy I'm getting a wireless headset soon. This drives me fucking up the wall. That makes me want to throw something. And there's no way for me to get it undone and smooth.
Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions, no matter the odds. Fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did. But I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt. You've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past, to which I'd rather not return now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest.
There's also a notice board with some quests we can take on. I'm going to go there first. Thought for today: every journey begins with the first step. Take it at the cockatrice. Wanted, the White Wolf. Notice from Ducal Camla. Jesus. The Great Bouclair Gwent Tournament. Fuck yes. Contract for a Witcher/Witchers. Eric Caravan Escort. Basically, we have a lot of quests to do. And that's why I made 20 thumbnails for this game. For this DLC, I mean. Because this is going to be a long DLC. I plan on doing almost everything I can. I'm sparing no expense for this DLC.
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
I'm Geralt.
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchery trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Sky was red, and then what?
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well,
Hello.
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town, fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Victim's body. Where'd they take it?
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Rossel's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was...
Medallion's humming.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Ninnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret. The Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property.
About to get a house, boy!
Rossel now bunks with his brother in Vicar Farm.
I told Rossel he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Nah, fam. I'll go examine the body.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ah, Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
Okay, before we do that, I really need to go repair my armor. Repair everything I own, really.
They say Her Grace is...
So I'm going to attempt to fast travel to the city of Toussaint. Come on, let me fast travel. Fuck, I can't fast travel there yet. God damn it. Okay.
Rolling on an empty stomach. Oh,
Come on, Roach. Get over here, bud.
Run, Roach.
Ride like the wind, Roach. Let's see if I can repair my weapon with the weapon kits. Journeyman, I mean, it'll work. Yeah, considering it's at 0, yeah, it'll have to work. Damn it, no. What? Ah, that was a cool glitch.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Kelly must still be here. In the cellar. Got it in. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar.
Y'all ready to fight our second, I believe, Bruxa?
You. Saw you at the inn. Why'd you kill these people? Clearly wasn't for their blood.
For a hen. That's a sight.
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
I love this fight.
I cannot let you leave.
Ah! I should have put black blood. Wait, hold up. Speaking of black blood, I have oils and shit for vampires. I knew it! And let's take Sport Toe Deconcoction. God, that makes it a joke. It does so much more damage. Motherfucker. Fuck, that was a good fight.
Killed all these men to get to the body. What's she doing at the table, though? Stinks.
Okay. There's a little subtle nod here.
Both hands amputated.
This is Delacroix's body.
Just as I thought.
I probably said that wrong. I'm probably going to say a lot of names wrong. But the monogram for Delacroix, however you say it, is obviously DLC. Let's examine his head.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch bulging with coins.
There's a little fan theory that that is a subtle punch at DLC practices and how most of it's money grubbing and shit, and how that's choking the life out of the games industry when microtransactions and shit like that. That's what the prevalent fan theory is. At least I believe it. CD Projekt Red seems like they do it.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
Examine the severed hand.
Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
In the examination.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? Why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
first of all, you gotta go find Palmerin. However the fuck you say that, man. Wait, what does that royal dragon give me, like, compared to everything else? I mean, it looks cool, so okay, I'll keep it, I guess. There we go. 160 carry weight. Hell yes. Fucking finally. I knew I had it. I just didn't know I could equip it. Can I do any alchemy? Ah, no. Of course not. That'd be too easy. It's gotta ride up to the town fair, which I believe is through here. And over to the right, if I'm correct, which I probably am not, but at the same time, I am, because I am amazing. You hear all that cheering? Hell yeah, you do. You know I'm coming. Okay. This person, oh no, this person and I are gonna be very, very, very good friends. But first, I can't do anything but repair my armor. Later on, I will go back to my stash and come back here. Fluted. Show me what you got there, please. Skip crafting and go straight to repair. Oh god, I need to sell some stuff. Okay, repair. Repair all. Okay. Good. And while we're here, care for a round or two with Gwent. I want to play Gwent. I haven't played Gwent in a little bit.
No, you're busy, but you up for a round of Gwent?
Okay. Okay, that's good, I guess. I'll go first. Okay. Nice. Nice. Give me more spies. Give me. Gimme. I'm gonna bring those 2 spies back using my 2 medics next turn. 2-4. Oh, bless you for giving me another fucking spy. God, one freaking biting frost could cut him in half right now. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that's the only scorch they have. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna pass. Jesus fucking Christ. I can do that too. Play John Natalis. Oh, okay. Please no scorch, please no scorch, please no scorch. Please no scorch. Fuck. This is all I can do. Come on. Come on. Yes! You suck it, bitch! 100 crowns and what card? What card did I get? Skellige Storm, damn.
Witcher, remember that Camerlengo pays out a handsome reward for each hands scavenged.
Okay, let's go meet the Duchess now. Pomeranda.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always, but it's worth being good.
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Pomerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, You can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shalmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
Shouldn't torture it like that.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells buzzing from your ass?
Pity a monster. You, a witcher.
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this.
Let's go see the Duchess.
Let's go.
I have to agree. This Shalmar is... Wearing all that heavy armor still don't make you any less of a bitch.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Gonna be smart enough to tear off the bales.
Damn it.
The right.
We have to help him.
Ugh. Same though. I told you this wasn't a good idea.
Alas, for lightning, the beast seized its foul girth, and Toussaint its knocking earth. Down came the Witcher in one mighty pound.
I completely forget how to fight this thing.
And thus the Witcher's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
I completely forget how to fight this thing. Oh, okay. You have to lure it into... Okay, I remember now. Come on, I'm right here. Come on. Oh, God. Phenomenon. Phenomenon, no! What? Oh, I forget what it's doing here. I'm not gonna kill it. I'm not gonna kill it. You get an option of slaying it, and I'm not going to. You shall see why later.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
No.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast!
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly...
We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival.
Hey, what's up, Retro?
Nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
A fight against a Shelmar, arranging something like that for a sport? Bad idea, bruh.
Your Grace. Shelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
I just want to point out that in the Netflix show, this Anna Henrietta is actually in the Netflix show, but as a completely different character. And I find that amazing that she has that kind of range.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Hour done. Another hour left. Did I not help?
Tell us.
What?
Have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
He really doesn't like Dandelion.
The very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace.
Witcher?
Greetings.
Sorry to have to tell you, Bruxa killed some guardsmen.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
Do not know.
A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Oh no, I'm not
Geralt
insinuating
insinuates nothing of the sort.
I'm saying it outright.
Listen to him attentively.
Yes, your investigation was a fucking sham.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our
you're
own,
not.
without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
No, you're not.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not always.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant.
One instant!
Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information.
Beast's first victim. What do we know?
How did it start? Who was the first victim?
Crispy was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast.
Oh, trust me, he gets a lot better character development as we go on. He is a little bit of an asshole at first, but I like him.
His hands and knees propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly. but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Beast's second victim. Tell me about him.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Barriers. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut persons.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in a gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
The victims are both older knights.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinch.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Similarities between the victims seem to be more and more of them.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places, under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Why those virtues exactly?
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his
Toussaint
life honor,
is
wisdom,
very much
generosity, valor,
in
and compassion.
the French-ish. Like you will hear a lot of people speaking French in Toussaint.
Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunts shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim?
No, not Peyran, the Peyrac.
Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years
You're about to
ago,
see why I like Anna Henrietta so much.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic.
Oof.
You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm.
Yep, 270 subs. If you're new, consider becoming 271. Hashtag I'm not shameless, I promise.
By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike.
Considering at the beginning of this year, I mean, the beginning of last year, I was at like 190. That's a lot.
A murder is out of the question. I
will not allow it. Not near my palace.
Horses?
Ready your horses? And now she just rips off her fucking dress and she's the most badass fucking queen I've ever seen. Don't talk to me. Just straight up rips the dress off.
Your Grace!
Dude, Geralt checks her out like, damn.
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
Onward!
Onward! Right, like the wind, bullseye!
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Yeah, be careful! And then just slings it over her fucking shoulder with no care for it in the world. The hell? Also, I love your name, Pete Dunklage. I like that. I wonder if this would be too much to play. Alexa, connect.
Searching. Now connected to Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge.
This is one of my favorite songs that I've ever heard, and it's literally just the same words repeated over and over again.
Your Grace seems right at home inside.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said! It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
You must go to where the game is. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option. But time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Yes, very appropriate Witcher music.
Never thought I'd live to see times like these.
How are you doing? Forget what I call you. I can't call you Balls Deep. I can't call you your real name because I'm not sure if you're okay with that. And fuck it. How have you been, Lava Lamp? Haven't talked to you in a while. We literally just talked like 5 minutes ago, but that was 2 messages.
Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish?
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm
That's
sure
very
you can find
good.
a way to earn its trust.
Very good.
It runs around over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn...
I don't know your name, Retro. I've always called you Retro. Job's been going great and the apartment has been good. Good. I'm glad you're finally away from that cunt of a roommate you had. I really hated him. I've never hated a roommate as much as I hated him. Just saying. And I know you agreed with me, so that's why I'm saying that. I guess, but if you're gonna do that, I guess you can do the playlist instead. Have one moment, and I'll pull up the playlist. I'm gonna pause that because that is actually a timed mission. Playlists. Which is 3 Wild Hunt 23. There should be 24, but here is the playlist link to the Witcher playlist that I'm doing. I'm 24 parts in. I've done most of the main game, just on the very last quest. And I'm on Blood and Wine now. I've done Hearts of Stone. It took me 6 parts. And yeah, that roommate's the one I'm talking about. Golden Horn. Let's go get the unicorn first. That's easy. You just gotta use Axie.
This is no true unicorn.
But can you get the fuck up there? Fuck.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
Or just some fancy banger wagger.
Were you still a virgin?
Yikes!
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try this.
Yikes!
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Who's that?
Axie. Axie. How hard is it to Axie? See, I just did it. Didn't do anything, but I just did it.
Damn it. Come on, stay calm.
There we go.
Shh. Easy now.
Well, that's hardly fair. Flagrant cheating is what it is.
Sirs, we must teach the scamp some proper...
You better get the fuck out of my way. Didn't break any rules.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square. We were unlucky, that's all.
We must try to grab the next clue.
You can try, but I'm gonna get there first as well. See, the thing about Reddit, Lava Lamp, by the way, is I am always terrified to post my shit there, because 90% of the time, they're not the best when it comes to shilling your stuff. But if someone else shills your shit, they're like, oh god, this is the best shit ever. Yes, more. But it's a very fine line between... I don't know. It's a very fine line. And if you've been on Reddit for any amount of time, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't exactly see shit. No, don't take it, motherfucker. Now I have to go and beat a motherfucker up.
Wait, stop, it's important.
I like this scene though. He just yoinks it out of the dude's hand and smashes it on the ground.
Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon its heavenly course doth trace,
I like his
in
mask.
my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Straight up doesn't care at all. He's ruined the game. Oh no. He's ruined it. Why do you have to ruin it? Fucking hell. Okay, meet the Justice to assemble the clues and learn where Milton is hiding. One more thing, actually. There is a person around here that lost a ring. I just don't remember exactly where it is. I think it's over here to the right. No, one more. One more?
If one were to call a state courageous,
yes, right here. This person dropped it, and it's all the way down here. All the way right here. I just looted it, I believe. That was a loot prompt, so I'm pretty sure I picked it up. Okay, and now go over here and give it back to her.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. I
have no idea what this does. I just thought it was a cool little detail. Because there is no quest for this. It's just, here, I lost a ring. Help me find it. You weren't told to do it. And that's actually the first time I've ever done it. But I don't really know about it because Lextralis, I can never say his name. I'm so sorry. But it's a YouTuber who does a lot of Witcher playthroughs and videos. I actually learned about it from his top like 40 Toussaint facts or something.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity, or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
I am the rules. I fucking love Anna. She can be a bitch though. We will get to that.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
It's a greenhouse! Totally! From that one clue, I already know it.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed. But only one locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse.
I didn't get that right on my first time, by the way. This is like my 7th time playing this DLC, so I'm obviously going to choose that and just cut out all the boring metal shit. It's actually not boring metal shit. It's, if you get it wrong, you get chastised for it. I'm pretty sure.
Wait here.
Yeah, wait here, please. You will not like what you find in there. Ooh, buddy. Get ready for the best chase scene in the game. I love it. Payrack to Payon blah, 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 is unfortunately rabbit food. And that, my good dear friends, is the beast.
What was that?
Ah! Ooh. I love it. Now we get to meet technically the main antagonist for the DLC, but technically not, because there's a lot to the DLC that we'll get to when we come to it.
Here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
None.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Fun fact, I'm pretty sure you can't actually win this boss fight.
Let you kill again.
Hold up. Let's put on some vampire oil. Immediately yard. Yeah, like I said, I'm like 90% sure you can't win this boss fight. And you don't die when you die. You just get this cutscene. And it's an amazing cutscene.
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
And welcome to my favorite character ever in The Witcher. Ever.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis?
Regis! I love him.
Right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault.
I know.
Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No
I love
interest in my own.
Regis. He's so great. How do you regenerate?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
What brings you back after all these years?
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Dettlaff. I fear he's become entangled. Landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's
Dettlaff.
your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
What good reasons could he possibly have?
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Why did Dettlaff kill the monster?
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of
There's
humans.
actually a plot hole right here,
you,
but it's not really a plot hole.
It can only mean something's upset him immensely.
The plot hole is earlier in the game we fought, well, technically we didn't, because if you all remember that mission I did, Carnal Sins, back when Priscilla got beat and fucked up in the street by what we thought was that one temple guard dude, but it was in actuality the morgue operator who was a vampire. In that fight he says he is a higher vampire when he is in fact a lower vampire and is a Catachan. Catachan, Bruxes, and most other vampires are all lower vampires. Dettlaff, Regis, the Elders, and another person we will meet in this DLC are all higher vampires. Which means they all have, as Regis just explained, a unique ability, unique to themselves, which is what the word unique means. Regis is I'm not entirely sure, but Dettlaff's is, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans, meaning he can call other vampires to him and they'll fight for him and they'll die for him and they are basically his tribe, which is what that just said. And I love the lore in this, by the way. I can talk for hours about Witcher lore with people. Any idea what could have angered him?
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
how should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, inventing his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, man.
Gotta find him before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Poof.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
I really liked Milton. I like their armor as well. Okay, and pretty sure... Oh, wow. That is some low health right there, bud. Pretty sure as soon as it's noon, I get a letter from... I think Yen, maybe? I'm pretty sure it's Yen, since that is who I romanced in the main game. Pretty sure it's Yen. It will happen when I... go right here.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here's your tip.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
It is. It's very, very, very powerful. But before we do that, let's go take a look at our new house. We have a lot of quests already, and we are literally just now getting into it. No place like home. Let's go to Corvo Bianco. Letter about Yennefer. Okay, there we go. Should be a fast travel point around here somewhere, I believe. Notice board right up here. Maybe there's some new contracts. Grandmaster Armorer Fisticuffs, armed escort wanted. Test yourself. Trials of the virtues.
Lux la vie. Might be worth looking into.
Okay. Grandmaster Armorer.
Someone needs an escort.
Goodness gracious, great balls of granite.
Might be worth investigating. Nice tune.
That's a good quest. Definitely going to do that. World map. This little island right here is a very magical place that we will be going to eventually. So I'm going to place that little marker right there. And we're going to fast travel to Corvo Bianco. Corvo Bianco. I like saying that. Sorry. Corvo Bianco. I'm not sorry. I like it. I should probably do my commands. Posted on. What did you say, man? Okay, that works. Master! Old man, not who I wanted to talk to. Our talking to is up here in front of our house. Major Domo.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basilfauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know.
Barnabas
I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
This place, tell me more about it.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman. A truly colorful man.
Colorful man?
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Fun fact about me, I actually don't have a sense of smell. Like, at all. This is going to sound kind of weird, but it's the only way I've ever been able to describe it. What a normal person smells, I taste. It's kind of like, think of it like a fuse box. If you cross a few wires, something might work with something else that won't work otherwise. I have been told that's kind of why my sinuses have no sense of smell. I have zero sense of smell. There's like 2 things I can smell, and that's gasoline, and that's it, actually, just gasoline. And that's because it's like the strongest thing I've ever smelled. Anyway, show me around the vineyard.
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
I agree. I'm following you.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
It's beautiful.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Yes, sir.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, and slowly worked her way up to major domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
God, Geralt, can you stand the fuck still?
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
And all of this will be looking much better once I put about 20 grand into it.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Old woman. Oh, God, yeah, just keep walking, bud. Oh, God.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest, aged in oak barrels. It provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes.
Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Ooh, majestic.
And what do you get for all that work? In your back.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
That's a hell of a story. Over here is also some more vineyards that are in very much disrepair.
Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
You're right. And it's definitely something that's going to happen. No place like home.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Oof. I think the next thing we're gonna do is go to the armorer and sell some
This
stuff.
served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Yes, yes it will. And finally, the cellar.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
And that's about it, I believe.
You spread some nastiness to me.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it. A certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Into the house we go. And we see it's really, really terrible.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate.
It very much
I
is.
must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
Think we can do some renovating?
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
That's a good point. Let's do some work on the house.
I'm thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompelli's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Okay, $5 grand. I can do that. Just give me a little bit. It's all for now. Get me out of this trash heap for now. Okay, actually, get me back in this trash heap for now. I need to go in here and open the stash that's over there. Look away if you don't want to see rampant cheating. There we go. Okay. Now, Corvio Biancos. The fast travel sign is right over here. Back to the duchy. Tourney grounds. Okay, the green marker is to the right, so the armorer is over to the right. Is this the blacksmith? Yes, this is the blacksmith. I can sell more to him. What are you selling? I know what I'm selling. You got 9 grand? Good, you're gonna need it. And there we go. 11 grand. Totally. Okay. And now back to Corvo Bianco. I'm going the wrong way because I am an idiot. Might as well just walk there. It's only 100 yards away. 100 feet away, whatever. It's just over the hill and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. Except Grandma's house is a winery and has a lot of land. Later on it will be better looking than it is now. I can't sing for shit, so I shall stop now.
How might I be of service, sir?
I think we should do something. Yeah. Let's do some work on the house. Yeah. 5,000. Yeah, give her a good sprucing up.
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. They are the finest specialists around. Highly skilled at what they do. It shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin, your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state.
Beautified state.
Is there anything else you require, sir?
So long. BB. Thanks, BB. And meditate for 3 days. Meditate for 3 days. Three days. Damn, that looks good. Inside also looks good. Major Dumbo.
Coming along all right, Barnabas Basil?
Superbly, sir. General refurbishment has been completed, and I took the liberty of adding 2 racks, each upon which you might hang weapons and armor, if you've some pieces you'd like to display. Likewise, I have prepared a few spots in which new paintings might be hung. In other news, the laborers dusting out the cellar have made a most unusual discovery. I believe
it is something I wish to see. I'll go there right now.
If you say I should see it, I'll go see it right now, BB.
BB. I'll go see it right now, BB. BB. Go get me the picnic basket, BB. The picnic basket. Don't know why I equated him with fucking Yogi Bear.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think.
To whoever finds this letter, my name is a name, and if you are reading these words, I am surely long dead. As befits one of my stations and familiar connections, I was to study at Banard, the famed school for mages, yet I was never to complete those studies. For the entire duration of my life, magic held but a weak hold over a soul ravished by a passion for organic alchemy. It was to that most wondrous of science I dedicated the most beautiful years of my life. The table beside which you now stand is surely the fruit of those labors of love. If you are a fellow lover of alchemy, I hazard to guess you will be filled with rapture to behold my discovery. If, however, that marvelous science is unknown to you, please heed my advice. Drop this letter, step away from the table, and never return. The practice of alchemy by amateurs can lead to injury and even death. I did not drop this letter after that last... If you did not drop this letter after that last paragraph, you are no stranger to alchemy. Thus I shall now reveal to you in a few brief words the fundaments of the alchemy table I designed. Leaving aside all unnecessary detail, my chief discovery consisted of a formula and tools allowing for the transmutation of mutagens taken from monsters into mutagens of a more common sort. I know this sounds highly unlikely, but I have proven with utmost certainty that this is possible. The workings of this transmutation are simple. One must simply make use of the table which I designed. As an expert in the arcane art of alchemy, you certainly already know your way around such devices. If you are but an amateur, a member of the hoi polloi, who has by an accident wandered into this abandoned place, back away lest your ignorance do you grievous harm. You are surely asking yourself why I hid my discovery from the world. Why did I not share my formula with the community of alchemists? Well, let's just say I have been forever regarded as eccentric, aloof, and I have always believed it is pure chance and not men themselves that determine destiny. Furthermore, I have never sired offspring and have no desire to entrust my opus to a mere acquaintance. I thus concluded the best solution was to hide my table and trust that chance will, if my theory is correct, bring a man here who shall know how to make use of it, whom it shall delight, and to whom it shall prove of great use. Whether I am right or wrong, time will tell. Use my gift wisely, and fare you well. That name, Alchemist.
Laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Use. Dismantle. And this is 100% the how you... Earlier in the series, I was complaining that... Ah, fuck. I meant to go to alchemy. Alchemy. Okay. Red mutagen. Red mutagen. Green mutagen. Green mutagen. Green mutagen. Green mutagen. A lot of green mutagens. Okay. Can make 2 of these. My blue mutagen. Creature blue mutagen. Now go over to character. Put that in the cellar where it belongs because it's absolute garbage. Go back to this. Character. And then put that there. And plus 40%. Okay. And then this, break that down, and we will have enough to make another red one. That's why I've been saving them for so long. Alchemy. Red mutagen. Oh, well, fuck. I fucked up on that one. Either way, it ain't gonna, like, really fuck me, because it's still gonna do the same thing, I believe. Actually, no, it's stronger. The other one was just 5%. This one's 7%. So it didn't really hurt me that bad. Okay. One thing that is good is I now have that. Even though it doesn't really help me there, because this shit is all gold. But that is where the next quest comes into play. I'm gonna... Okay, fuck it. I'll go back up here and redo the... No, not redo. Do another
BB, know anything
renovation.
about the laboratory in the cellar? One of the previous owners take an interest in alchemy.
A laboratory? Alchemy? I know nothing of it. But I understand that to a witcher this must be a very intriguing find.
It is. It was walled up. Equipment's pretty ancient too, so it must have belonged to someone who lived at Corvo Bianco before you started working here. Whoever it was sure knew their stuff though. Got dragonglass vials and flasks, stills, sublimators, vengerometers.
Forgive me, sir, but I fear I don't follow.
Same,
Just
though.
saying, it's top-notch equipment. True masterpieces of craftsmanship for use in alchemy. Brewing a concoction with this stuff versus doing it over an open fire? Well, there's no comparison.
Then I am all the more delighted you discovered it, sir.
I think we could do some renovating.
Starting to really like this place. Maybe we should keep going, refurbish some more. What do you think, BB?
As you wish, sir. Shall we see to the house or the grounds this time?
Let's keep doing the house. How much is the house?
Feels like by investing a bit of coin, I could make the house more functional.
Indeed, momentum is best maintained once established. Now that we've finished the general renovations, you might begin to consider such things as a new bed, or additional armor stands, or weapon racks. Also some new furnishings, and a fresh coat of paint on the walls would do much to improve the guest quarters.
Could use a better bed.
Thinking about buying a comfortable bed. Always wanted one.
Excellent idea. In your profession, rest is supremely important. But say the word, and I shall order you a bed from the carpenters who craft comfort for the court.
Yes.
Great. Order me a fine bed, please. Think I deserve one at my age.
True indeed, true indeed. I shall send a runner at once. The bet will be in place by this time tomorrow. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Let's talk about something else.
If you don't mind, I'd rather post...
Of course, sir, as you...
The grounds.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
With the general refurbishment now done, I would advise you consider breathing new life into the stable and the garden.
Yes. I'm gonna get by the first three things.
You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yeruga. I will contact him at once.
Order a table.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything?
Yes, grindstone.
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Yes, order a grindstone.
Send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content.
By tomorrow.
Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Roach deserves a roomier stable.
You know Roach, my horse? Well, we've been through a lot together. And since I finally got a decent place to stay, I think she deserves one too.
Oh, a sturdy stable testifies to a most honorable owner. Just say the word.
Please let me have enough, please.
At once.
Yes.
My Roach deserves the best. Have them refurbish the stables.
I shall get to work at once. But finding workmen and completing construction takes time, though likely no more than 2 days. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
I don't think so. Herbs in the garden, that's what I want.
Sometimes I have to brew a potion, but I can't find the herbs I need growing anywhere nearby.
Well, you're in luck, sir. The flower garden, once kept by Madame Nina, Monsieur Bolis's wife, seems the ideal place to cultivate herbs. In fact, it's roomy enough to plant shrubbery.
Yeah, it's $2 grand. I ain't got that. Okay. So long.
Let's put a pin in.
Not the slightest problem.
That's a lot to wait for. Let's go in here and use this bed. Cannot use it. Waiting for it to be replaced. Gotcha. Okay. That is No Place Like Home. Basically done. Just gotta get more money. Money. The Isle on Lac Salvé. World map. That's the... Yes, that is the one that I did. I'm going to go there immediately. Roach, my friend Roach.
Let us not. Knights trading in wine.
Let's go.
And just cut straight through here, and we'll be there in no time. Normally, I save this quest for last in Blood and Wine, but I want to get it out of the way early because it is actually a quest that goes all throughout the DLC, and it's actually tied into the main story of the DLC, in my opinion, because I have already completed, I think, 2 of the requirements. Pretty sure I've done 2 of the requirements. And those requirements are the 5 virtues that Anna Henrietta told us about. And if you were listening, I actually forgot what they were, but we're fixing to learn what they are in just a moment. Just gotta swim across this lake real quick. Which, by the way, I absolutely love how clear this water is. I understand not all water is this clear, but this just looks beautiful. And with this having been here, we can look at this. I mean, not that. This. Talk to the hermit over there.
I'm walking on water. Just like...
Like who?
Like a pond skater. Who are you thinking?
No matter. I suppose you thought nothing else in life could surprise you, eh? Wrong.
Hermit.
Hey, happen to know how the hell I can walk on that water?
Naturally, I know. Since time immemorial have I dwelt in solitude on this shore, and I can testify to the extraordinary nature of the lake.
What's so extraordinary about it? I mean, besides the fact that you can walk on its surface.
A sword, most wondrous, lies in its depths. I watch over it.
The true erudite.
Solely by one who possesses the 5 chivalric virtues.
Folk call me a lot of things, but virtuous? I don't know.
Yet I do know. For I know who you are. You have proven yourself capable of great sympathy. Of
spared the show, Mar.
Yourself. You showed generosity to others. Reason guides your actions, as it does those of all who are wise. To acquire the sword, you must first convince me you are worthy.
Valor.
The inscriptions on the stones describe the 5 virtues: valor, honor, wisdom, sympathy, and generosity. During your time in Toussaint, you can prove these virtues dwell in your heart. In this world, there are many in need. They will help you prove your chivalry.
Read the inscriptions on the stone. Read. No man can be called good who does not share his prosperity with others. Generosity is required for dignity in life and peace in death. Valor does not make one good. Yet how many good men have you met in your life's journey who are cowards? Those who possess valor do not hesitate to stand against the majority, no matter what the consequences. There are many traits There are many traits which bear witness to a man's true nature. Compassion is what separates men from beasts. Whoever feels sympathy for his fellow man will never turn a blind eye to misfortune. He will instead always stand in the defense of the wrong. Honor cannot be purchased. Honor also cannot be sold, for its value is greater than all of the treasure in the world. Yet one can lose it, and whoever does so shall have sullied his name for all eternity. A truly honorable man always stands behind his actions, faces every challenge, and refuses to lie. Wisdom is a virtue which one should strive to cultivate throughout one's life, for it is impossible to be so wise one cannot become even wiser. The wise know this. As we journey through life, we should seek to make wise decisions, choices, whatever. Remember, wise choices are not those that which make our lives easier or simpler. Often they make them more complicated, but they always make us better. All I have to do is for valor and for honor. Not for honor. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to end it right here on this lovely island with this lovely view. And that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to do my outro now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that other bullshit. Check out the comments to the right or down below in the description for a link to my Twitter, Discord, Patreon, my schedule, and also consider subscribing if you enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. Hearts of Stone was amazing, but Blood and Wine is on a whole nother freaking level. It's like an entirely new game. There will be enough content in this series for me to put out a good 20, 30, 40 hours of content for Blood and Wine. It's that big. I'm looking forward to every second of it, and I cannot overstate just how much I love this DLC. I want to thank CD Projekt Red right now for making it, and that's about it. It's just perfect. And honestly, if you haven't played it and you haven't ever seen it and you have a chance, go buy it, go play it. Don't watch this, please. I love you. I want you to watch this, but at the same time, I don't want to spoil the experience. This is a DLC that it really should be played before you watch it. So with that said, that's it. Thank you for watching. Peace. Sky out.